If you experience deep hip pain like sciatica or SI joint pain, the best thing you can do is strengthen your glutes. So let me show you a few glute strengthening exercises that you can do that will help alleviate that pain big time. Let me show you. Okay, the first movement I'm gonna show you is all the way down on the floor on your side. Go ahead and extend your arm out. I love to call these clamshells. It's a fairly popular glute strengthening exercise, but a lot of people do it wrong. So I'm gonna make sure that you know exactly how to do it properly. So you're on your side with your heels tucked up behind you and your knees are fairly bent, but let's make sure that that top knee is just slightly more forward than your bottom knee. And then this top arm, that elbow is gonna come down to the floor. And you can relax your head on your bottom arm. So feet are stacked, you can flex your feet rather than pointing your feet, okay? And we're gonna just take that top knee and lift it off the bottom knee without rolling backwards, and making sure this top arm is down on the floor is gonna make sure that that doesn't happen. So just lift your top knee and then release it down, and it will feel like you're not lifting very far, and that's completely okay, but you're gonna feel that motion and that work is happening back in that hip socket. And in this position, you can lift, pause, exhale, and then release. So this is the first movement that I want you to be doing. These are called clamshells. Now the second movement is really easy too, but this is very essential for strengthening your glutes, wrapping that sciatic nerve and the piriformis area with really strong hip glute muscles. You're just gonna lay on your back, and we're calling these bridges. So feet are planted about hip width apart, making sure that your knees stay open. To lift up into the bridge, you're just gonna squeeze your glutes first, and then push your hips up off the floor, making sure that your knees are tracking in line with your feet. Go ahead and lower your hips back down, and you'll just do several repetitions of these. So squeezing the glutes and pick your hips up off the floor. Now, we can make these a little bit more challenging by using a mini band, okay? So we're just gonna take that band and pull it on around your knees. I prefer it just above the knees, but you could have it right below the knees. Either way works. So pull the band on just above your knees, laying on your back, planting your feet. And what that band is doing is it's trying to pinch your knees together. And you have to keep your hips engaged to keep that band open. So you're trying to pull or push out against that band to keep your knees open. And then we go through the same action of squeezing the glutes and lifting the hips up off the floor. So what that band is doing is it's just intensifying the amount of work that your glutes are doing, and you get a little bit more out of that glute bridge. So that is our second movement, the glute bridge. So the third movement that you can try, it's on your hands and knees, and these are called fire hydrants. You're gonna find out real quick why. So you're on your hands and knees. You can start with your knees touching each other so that your knees are kind of anchored under the center line of your body. And all you're gonna do is lift your right knee out to the side. In this position, you're gonna wanna lift it really high, like so high that it tips your body to the left. Don't do that though, okay? So just lift it to the point where you can keep your body perfectly level, and it might help to think about trying to balance like a cup of water on your low back without it falling off your back. That's gonna keep your body perfectly level and steady so that all the work is happening in that glute. So this is our third glute exercise. It's gonna really help those deep hip muscles. That's called your fire hydrant. So our fourth exercise is with that band again. So go ahead and pull the band on, once again, right below the knees or above the knees, whichever feels most comfortable to you. Plant your feet about hip width apart, and in this position, that band is trying to pinch your knees together. I want you to push out against the tension of the band so that even without doing any movement, we have your glutes engaging, okay? So we're sitting down into kind of a half squat in this position. Feet are perfectly anchored on the floor. We're not spinning the heels or moving your feet at all. All we're doing is allowing this knee to drop inward and then pull that knee open. knee drops in, and then pull it open. Nothing else is moving on your body. Everything is perfectly steady on this side, but just these small hip motions by just dropping that knee in and pulling it open against the tension of the band is gonna really fire up your glutes and make them work really hard. So that's our fourth motion. Now I have one more if you're up for a challenge. This one is a little bit more difficult because you gotta really balance with it. But if you're up for it, it's gonna do wonders for strengthening your glutes. So these are a standing fire hydrant. So once again, we have that band around your knees. In a squatted position, feet can be together. Put all your weight through one foot and we're gonna open one leg out to the side and kind of back. So it looks similar to that fire hydrant we did down on the floor, but we're standing, so it's really challenging your balance in this position, which that alone is excellent for building the strength up in that deep hip socket. But by adding that band, we're really working your glute muscles here. Okay, so each of these movements, you're gonna wanna do about 10 to 15 repetitions. If it's a one-sided exercise, definitely do 10 on one side, 10 on the other side to keep it symmetrical. Okay, so if this is helpful for you, I have another video for you that I want you to check out that's gonna do wonders for that sciatica pain, SI joint pain, piriformis issues. There's other stretches I want you to try to do that will really help give you that relief. So I'm gonna link that video for you right here. Be sure to let me know if this helps you in the comments, and I'll see you next time.